So today I want to share with you a study that I think could have immediate impact in how you think about setting the prices, the fee schedule in your practice, especially for elective procedures, and any small business owner could benefit from what the study learned. And this study was done by Caltech and Stanford on a favorite pastime of many, and that's wine tasting. So each subject in the study was asked to choose between a pair of wines they tasted. And one glass had wine that was labeled at $10. That was the price of the bottle that it was poured from. The other was labeled at $90. And they tasted them, and as one might expect, the one labeled $90 won out, hands down. Did the same thing again with another pair, one labeled $5 and one labeled $45. And again, the $45 one won out. What was interesting, though, is that in the first pair, it was the $90 wine that was poured into both glasses. And in the second pair, it was the $5 wine that was poured into both glasses. And what this tells us is that absent any other cues or signals as to the quality of the offering, the one that is priced higher is winning out, because people naturally associate higher price with better quality. It may or may not be true in the end, or in actual objective testing, but that's how people judge things. And that is hardwired into our DNA, and it's really hard as providers, as retailers, to fight against that, so you don't. There was another part of this study where the researchers hooked the patients up to functional MRI devices now, and they wanted to measure the response in the brain once that wine sip hit the tongue. And what was interesting is that the medial orbital frontal cortex, and this is the part of the brain that measures pleasurable experiences, actually triggered higher on the glass labeled $90 and on the glass labeled $45. And remember, in each pair, the wine was identical. So this goes beyond snob appeal. This now is getting into physiology and biology, where our brains are telling us that the one that we saw with the label of the higher price actually registered greater response. Now, this doesn't give you license just to raise your prices infinitely to some extremely high rate. It doesn't work that way. But when you're setting your fees, you want to keep this in mind. Because if you set your fees too low, that signal that it could send to the brain of the consumer is that, you know what, the quality may not be so good. You want to avoid that. You're trying to create an environment and a patient experience full of positive cues, making it unique and memorable. And price is not the most important aspect of it, but it's one. And if you do this right, you don't shoot yourself in the foot when you're trying to establish credibility for what you do and what you offer. Until next time, thanks for watching. This is Sharif Mahdavi.